chat with us. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Just a quick introduction of us around the table today, and there are actually more people in here than I thought. But I am Lindsay Ellwanger. I am in the front left corner there. Can everybody still see the presentation? It looks like it may have gone out.
It hasn't shown up on mine, so I don't know. I said, can everyone see the presentation now?
Nobody's responded. Is everybody still there? Okay. Okay, so you guys can still see. All right, perfect. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I'm Lindsay Ellwanger. I'm in the front corner there. I will be your tour guide today. We've got around the table Darlene Bartlett. She's our program specialist for our private career schools unit. And we've got Barbara Mix, who is an admin assistant, and you, I'm sure, have talked to her if you've dealt with Career Bridge at all. And we've also got Randy Smith. He is our research and IT specialist. And then Amanda Dell is also here. She is an administrative assistant for the PBS unit. And we've also got Tarya, who is a researcher, and Robert, who is our IT guy. They've also joined our presentation today. So we've got a full room over here.
Hi, I was hoping to order a refill for my kitty's prescription.
Oh, how do we, hold on. How do we mute everybody?
Hopwood, H-O-P.
There we go. Oops, sorry. There's only one person connected with the microphone, and I muted them. Okay. All right. Oh, technology, you are so fun. All right, so a couple of changes that we've made to the data reporting system this year. We've kind of reorganized the website a little bit to try to hopefully make it easier for you guys to navigate it. And we've also made some updates to our spreadsheet where you report the data. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to go through a brief description of what this system is. So the student data reporting system was made by us at the Workforce Board. We launched it 3 years ago, and we know that you guys give us lots of sensitive information, and we want you to know that it is safe here with us. Our website is encrypted, and we keep all the information safe, and there's only a few people here that are even looking at it. So your social security numbers and other information about your students is safe with us. And like I said, we made some improvements this summer. Hopefully you'll find that there are improvements to the system, so we wanted to get together today to walk through those. So the portal this year is going to open on Thursday, September 1st. It'll be open for about 2 months, and we really encourage you to start reporting your data early. The sooner you report it, the more time we have to help you correct errors or answer questions that you have in case you get stuck. I'm sure, as you can imagine, toward the end it gets really chaotic for us when people wait till the last minute. So help us help you, and let's start reporting on the 1st. This year's report is due on Friday, October 28th. So you've got about a month to, or 2 months, sorry. You've got 2 months to get it turned in, so hopefully that's enough time for everybody. Which programs must be reported? If you are calling in and you're a private career school today, you need to report all your programs. If you are a community and technical college or a public four-year college, you only have to report non-credit certificate programs that you want us to evaluate for our eligible training provider list. The rest of your data we do have, and we get them from other places. So you don't need to report anything but those non-credit programs. And if you are a private four-year college, you need to report to us every program that you have that you'd like to be on our eligible training provider list. Okay. What students you need to report? You need to report all students that were enrolled between July 1st, 2015 and June 30th, 2016. That includes private pay students, not just students who are funded from WorkSource or other sources. The only students you do not need to report to us are students that are 100% funded by their employers. But we need to know about all the other students. So please make sure that you report all students. Okay, and just briefly, what we do with this data after we get it. Here at the Workforce Board, we evaluate the performance of career-focused education and training programs throughout the state. And we take your performance results on employment earnings and completion rates, and we show them to students, parents, and teachers, and lots of people on our Career Bridge website. And we are also, well, since we're the regulator of private career schools, we also provide the data to the legislators through our workforce training results report. So we help legislators make educated decisions on what to do with public investments. Okay, one last thing before we walk through the website. Before you start reporting your data, you must update your Career Bridge information. We actually take the data from Career Bridge and we pull it into the data reporting portal. And if the programs in Career Bridge don't match the programs in the data reporting portal, you will not be able to report your data. You'll get error messages and you will have to call us and we will have to fix your report system. So we will go ahead and move on over to the data reporting portal. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so this is our Workforce Board website. I'm sure many of you have already been here before, but the URL is www.wtb.wa.gov. There's a couple ways you can get to the portal from here. Right now there's a link on the home page right here that says sign up for student data portal webinars. After our webinars are over, we are going to change that to just say report your student data. So you'll be able to click on this link right from the home page. Otherwise, you will go over here on the left-hand side to this Private Career Schools tab. You'll click on that and you will scroll down the page to this Information for School Administrators section. Oop, and you will click on Annual Student Data Report right here. And this page has a lot of information that you'll need to know. It tells you when the portal's open. Here's information about our webinars. Here's when you need to report the data. And there's some other stuff over here. We've got the authorization form. We've got a user guide. And we've got the actual spreadsheet that you will enter data on. So the link to the data reporting site is right here in this green box. Today we're using a pretend version of the website because the data reporting portal is not open yet. So everything we're doing should look exactly the same. It's just a different URL. So make sure that when you actually go to report your data that you use this link right here. Okay, so this is the front page of the student data portal. When you log in, you're going to enter your email and you're going to enter your password. If you're not sure if you have an account, you're going to need to contact us and we will have to look that up for you. If you don't have an account and you need an account, you will have to fill out this lovely little form over here. It's the student authorization form, and you'll fill in all of your information and you can email it to us, and then we actually have to go enter your information into the data reporting portal. So we will be able to do that for you. If you do have an account and you just don't remember your password, you can click on this link right here, forgot your password, and enter in your email, and then hit reset password, and it will reset your password. Make sure you wait after you hit the reset password button for a little bit. If you hit it repeatedly, it eventually will lock you out of the system, and then you'll have to call us and get unlocked. So if you want to reset, make sure you hit it once and then maybe wait for 5 or 10 minutes before you hit the button again. So let's go ahead and log in here. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the parts that we sort of redid. We tried to make the data reporting steps a little bit easier this year so that everybody would be able to follow. I know it's been very confusing in the past, and so we're hoping that this year it's a little bit better. So you've got a couple of tabs up here. You've got this tab right here called Training Provider, and that just has all of your information that you provided to us about your school, and your school's locations, and what programs you have, and who your contacts are that are able to report data. You can have more than one person at your school that can report data, and I know that's maybe a little confusing because on CareerBridge you can only have one registered user per school, but on the data reporting system you can have more than one person reporting, or more than one person able to log in and report. So if you want to look over here and make sure that all of your information is correct, this is where we get all of the information that we send you, like if we send you an email or a reminder that the reporting system's about to close, this is the email we send it to. So make sure that those emails are your actual email or you won't get any of our communications. So if you're ready to report your data, you're going to click on the data report section, which will open right when you log in. You won't have to go anywhere to get there. So right here, you'll see at the top your school name. So if you don't see your school name there, I'm not sure what you've done, but make sure your school name is there and you're in the right account before you start reporting, especially if you're a school that has multiple locations, or not multiple locations, but yeah, different schools. So right here, it shows you what report year we're reporting for and when the students, when the dates are that you need to report students for. And underneath that, it tells you what your due date is, so you will always know when you need to turn it in by. So we will get started. Step one is view your programs. These are the programs that must be included in your report. So like I said before, if you click on this link, these programs are programs that you reported that you have on CareerBridge, and we take those programs and we pull them over to the data reporting site, so they need to match. And when you fill in your spreadsheet that we'll talk about in a little bit, your location, program name, and award type columns need to exactly match what you have on your spreadsheet. So yeah, so the first thing you're going to want to do is click on that link and look at these and make sure that these are your programs. If you have a program on here that does not match your records, make sure you let us know, and then we can look up CareerBridge and see if you just need to update CareerBridge or if there's a bigger issue going on. So when you're done with that, you're going to go back to your data reporting steps. And the second thing you're going to do is you are going to view your continuing students. So we'll click on that. So these are students that you reported last year that did not complete the program. They were still continuing through the program into this reporting period. So these are students that you're actually going to need to report on this year, because we want to know what happened to them after they continued on through the program from the last year. So you can actually export these students. It'll make it easier for you. It'll make it easier for you to report on them because you don't have to retype them in. You'll already have them. So if you hit this button right here that says export, it will actually export a spreadsheet that you have open right here, and everything is already filled in for you, except if you scroll over to the right, you will see that the exit date, the program enrollment status, and the earned award type are not filled in for you because these students were continuing from last year, so you didn't tell us when they exited or what has happened to them because you didn't know, because they are still in your program. So you're going to want to make sure that you enable editing, and then you are going to go ahead and go to File and Save As, and save this somewhere on your computer. I'm just going to save it on our desktop, and I'm going to call it Lindsay's Awesome School, and I'm going to save it so that I can come back and report my other students from this year on the same spreadsheet. So let's go back to the reporting site. So we are going to go back to our data reporting steps, and then step 3 is view the instructions. So if you click on this, I have put together a giant PDF that is 17 pages long that describes in detail every single step that you would need to go through to report your data. Hopefully this webinar will help you be able to not have to read the guide, and we're also actually recording this, so you'll be able to refer to this later if you have questions. But do know that that's there. The user guide is there, and hopefully it will help you. So if you have done all of those things, you can now start your report. So we will click on the Start Your Report button. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the View Your Programs and View Your Continuing Students, you can also get to them over here on the side. So here's the Programs tab, and here's the Continuing Students tab. So there's more than one way to get there. And Start Your Report is also here on the left, or you can go from here. So if you're ready to start, you can click the button, and it gives you 2 different ways to report your student data. If you have a lot of students, we think it's the best option for you to go ahead and use this Excel template that we have. You can enter them all and save them on one sheet and then upload that sheet, or I know there are some schools out there that maybe only have a few students, and if that's you, you can enter your students one at a time using this entry form. So I'll show you that first. So if you click on Online Student Entry Form, you can see I already have some students listed. So you can add a student, and then you can just go ahead and enter all of their information in these boxes, and then you just hit Save. Or you can hit Save and add another if you have more students that you'd like to enter this way. So once again, we don't really recommend that unless you only have a few students, because it'll be a pain for you to have to enter the same information over and over and over again. So we're going to go back to the Start Your Report page, and we are going to use the Excel template. So if you don't have any continuing students and you need to download a blank template, you'll click on that link right here that will allow you to download the blank template. We have some students from last year, so we are going to use our Lindsay's Awesome School continuing students. And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go and fill in this information with what happened to your students. So you're going to add the exit date, you're going to add the program enrollment status, and you're going to add the award type. I'm actually, for the sake of not having to fill all those in, going to delete these so that I can just start from scratch. You do want to make sure you report those, but just for the sake of not having to fill the boxes in, I won't make you watch me fill all those in. Our biggest change that we made this year is at almost every box has a little drop down that will tell you exactly what you need to put in each box. So for example, the location says do not leave blank, so you want to make sure you fill this in. And this is what I was talking about earlier. The location, title, and program award type entered for each student must match one of your programs listed in the student data portal, your programs tab. So if I want to enter a new student, I need to make sure that I go back here on the your programs tab and make sure that I'm entering them, that they match exactly. So you can't even, it can't even be as small as saying certificate of completion. It has to say just certificate, or the reporting system will kick it back to you. So let's see, we'll pretend to enter somebody. So this is for my Bellingham location, how to be decent, and a certificate program. So the next section, you're just going to enter your student's first and last name and their middle initial if you have it, and then their address and the city and the zip code and phone number. And then once we get over to these are the boxes that get a little trickier, but hopefully they're better than they were last year. So when you click on this, as you can see, you have to put their social security number in with no dashes. If you enter a dash, it will kick your spreadsheet back, and you will have errors that you won't be able to be finished until you fix the errors. So we'll do that. The next column, oh, too many.
Yeah, there's only 9.
Sorry. There you go. See, it won't let you enter too many numbers. It won't let you enter a letter. It won't let you enter any dashes. There we go. So if you don't know their birth date, I know this got a little tricky for some people last year. Hopefully this box will help. Please don't leave their birth date blank. If you don't know it, enter 119999. Okay, and then these columns over here, they will show you, they'll give you a drop-down menu. So please select one of the following. You either need to select a 1 for Hispanic, a 2 for not Hispanic, or leave it blank for unknown. So we will do that. Each should give you, oh, of course, I've got it set to the big screen. Actually, this is good. So if your computer is set to have a big display instead of a medium or a small, it won't let you see all of the options for each column. Because if you click on this box, you'll see there's 9 options, but right here we can only see 4, and I will show you why. So that's because our display, our screen resolution size is set to, let's see, where do we go?
It's display.
Right there. Display.
There.
So our display is set to larger. If your display is set to larger, you won't be able to see the entire spreadsheet. So make sure your display is set to medium or smaller. I'll go to smaller just to be extra safe.
And you can't.
Oh, and I can't do it because I will have to log off. Okay. All right, so I guess we will just leave it on larger and pretend like we can see all of the boxes. It will show you all of the boxes if you do not have your screen set to large, and ours is set to large because we are on a big giant board in a conference room right now. So I will also put on our website, I don't think it's up at this very second, but on the private vocational schools page on the right hand side over here, I will put a code sheet that has all of these codes listed in case for some reason you can't see all the codes and you need to know what they are, but you can't figure out how to reset your display. So I will make sure that I have that put up for you too. So for now, we'll just pretend like we can see all of them. And then gender, the same thing. It'll give you one of the following options. You can select an M or an F. And then a disability, you can select one of the following, 1 yes, 2 no. And basically the entire spreadsheet should give you these options. So veteran, select yes or no. 2 is no. Prior education is another box that you'll need to have your resolution set to smaller to be able to see the whole thing, or you can look at the actual code sheet. So we will just pick one of these. And then start date, you want to make sure you don't leave this column blank, and you're going to enter the date that they started the program. So we're going to pretend like she started August 1st of 2015 because that is within the reporting period. Exit date, poor Darlene decided after 2 days that she was not having a good time in this program, and so she decided that she wanted to quit. She did not want to learn how to be decent, so it was very sad for her. Okay, so this program enrollment status column, make sure you don't leave that blank. This is another one that has multiple options that you'll need to see, so make sure once again you have that display set to smaller, and my apologies for not double checking that before I started today. We are going to pick a 2 because she withdrew from the program. She did not earn an award type, so we're going to leave this blank because she did not successfully complete. She didn't really have a GPA because she did not pass, and we are going to give her an F because she failed. She did not pass the program because she withdrew. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab some more students so you don't have to watch me enter more, so I can show you information about the error messages and what happens when you actually upload the spreadsheet. Okay. So these are my other students. I entered in all my information and I saved it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the data reporting portal. I'm going to go back to my Start Your Report screen. And right here under where you can download the template, you can also upload the file. So we're going to hit upload, and we are going to go ahead and find my file on the desktop, and we're going to upload it. Here it is. All right, and we're going to hit upload data. And then once we upload the data, you'll see that it shows you right here in this green box if you have any errors. So some invalid data was found in my spreadsheet. I have to actually fix the errors in the file and upload again. You're not you're not done with your report until you correct your errors and certify and submit your data. So you will need to click on View All Report Errors to see what has happened in our spreadsheet. So on this page, it actually shows you what row in your spreadsheet the error is in, what column it's in, and what exactly you did wrong. So let me go grab my spreadsheet. Okay, I'm going to close this one. So in row, it shows me in row 4 in the location, program, and award type column, I must exactly match the program or the information on my programs page, which is this one over here. So let's see what I did. So row 4. Oh, yep. See, I've got the right location. I've got the right program title, but this says certificate of completion, and over here it just says certificate. So I need to make sure 100% that those match. So I need to fix this and just put certificate. And then that should correct that error. Okay. Dun, dun. Get back to the errors.
Wait, just hit that.
Okay. So let's see. So row 5, column birth date. You must enter a birth date for all students. So I must have forgot to enter a birth date. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Row 5. And it looks like, yep, I just forgot to enter a birth date. So I will give her a birth date. She's very, very, very old. So we fix that. Once again, here, row 6 and 7, I also have errors on the Your Programs page that I need to fix. So you'd go to that page and you double check it against your spreadsheet. I know I entered location Seattle, and I do not have that program in Seattle, so I need to make sure I have the right location entered. And then program title on this column, I know I only had a couple of programs on there, and How to Be Cool was not one of them. So if you find that you have a program that you're entering that's not showing up, that you make sure you contact us so that we can make sure you have the right programs from CareerBridge. So let's see, I will fix that. And then I'm going to save, and then I'm going to go back here, and I'm right here, it says fix these errors in your original Excel file and upload a new copy. So I'm actually going to click on upload a new copy, and then I am going to re-upload my spreadsheet that I just fixed. All right, so congratulations. I've gotten through successfully without having the errors on my spreadsheet, and so there's one more step that you have to do before you are actually done. You will have to go to the Certify and Submit page. I'm actually going to go back to the Start Your Report page to show you one more thing. A lot of times I know that you guys have programs that for whatever reason don't have any students in them, and that's fine. You just need to make sure that you report that you don't have any students. So
That's for the whole school.
Oh, for the whole school?
Yeah.
Right there on step 5.
Oh, okay. So if your whole school does not have any students, you need to let us know. So we have this drop-down menu, and you'll be able to select a reason and then explain further and click Certify No Students, and it will upload and let us know that you don't have any students. So if you did those, then we are going to go ahead and finish out and certify and submit our report. You can do that by clicking right here, or also this link right here goes to the same place. So we're going to click on that. And oh, look, we've got, so it shows me all my programs, and it shows which programs, how many students, and if they've passed the edits. And it looks like this program right here doesn't have any students. And so I need to tell them, or I need to tell us, I guess, why we don't have any students. So I'm going to click this little pencil right here, and I'm going to edit, and I'm going to select a reason. Apparently we decided not to offer this program this time. Program's not cool enough, and we're going to hit save, and that will go ahead and enter that reason in for us. So once you've looked at this and made sure that there's no writing in red, and you've fixed anything that this section is showing you needs to be fixed, you are going to scroll down here, and you are going to check this box that says you certify that your report is correct, and you are going to go ahead and submit your report. And you are not completely done until you've seen this lovely green box that says, congratulations, your student data report has been successfully submitted. Yeah, so I think that that is about, that's the gist of the student data reporting system. I'm not sure if anybody has questions. I'm not sure if many people have a microphone on. No, it doesn't look like anybody has a microphone on. So if you have, does anybody have any questions? You can type it in the box, in this chat box right here. Or if you don't have any questions, you can feel free to go ahead and sign out. Any questions from anybody? We will, we'll give you a minute to either type questions or if you don't have questions, thank you for coming today, and we appreciate you. Oh, here we go. We've got one. Is it possible to view the webinar at a later date? Yes, we are recording this right now, and I will post the webinar on YouTube and make sure we have a link available for everybody to look at if you need to look at it again. And as always, you can always contact us if you have any questions. Yes, I can send a copy of the PowerPoint. After we're done and I figure out how to get the recording off of here and onto YouTube, I will go ahead and send everybody a copy of the PowerPoint and also a copy of the presentation. I will definitely do that. Does anybody else have any questions? Sure, keep typing questions if you have them, and if not, go ahead and log out, and we will just wait here until everybody logs out and wait for any questions. Oh, how do we add a new program? So if you have a new program, you can't add it on here yourself. You'll have to contact us, but you should have added the new program to CareerBridge, and then CareerBridge would pull that new program over, and you would be able to see that program in here. So if you have programs that you need to add on here and you're not seeing them, make sure and just either send us an email or give us a call, and we will help you figure out if you need to add it into CareerBridge or if there's something that we need to do on our end. Sure. Oh, sure. So on our CareerBridge website, where you, let's see, I can show you. So on this website, CareerBridge, where you log in down here to update your programs, this you can only have one user for. There's only one registered user allowed per school, just to be able to let us sort of keep everything together. However, on the data reporting site, you can have more than one user. So over here, if you click on training provider and then contacts, you can see I only have one user for me. But if you had multiple users, it would show all your users right there. So if you want more than one user here, you can, so that multiple people can log in. And if you want to add a user, you need to send us this form over here on the website. It's right over here, the required authorization form. Oh, if you want to change the main contact for CareerBridge, oh, that's fun. Okay, so if you want to change the main contact for CareerBridge, you actually have to
Email.
oh,
Go back to the other page that you were on. No, from CareerBridge. Go
Oh,
back to
whoop.
CareerBridge.
there we go.
Create.
Sorry. Okay, if you want to create a new, or if you want somebody else to take over for, like if somebody has left or that, the person doesn't work there, you actually have to create an account, and you are going to enter all your information and hit create an account. And then on the next screen, it will actually give you a drop-down list of schools. And so you will select your school from the drop-down list, and then that will connect you to the school, and then it'll send us a message that lets you know that we have to approve the change. And Lisa, if you want to give us a call, we can actually walk you through that. So if you need a little bit more help with that, either Barbara or myself can walk you through those steps online. If you want to call, you can just go over the phone. All right. Does anybody have any other questions? All right.
Well, just a moment. If nobody has a question, I do have something.
Oh.
Lindsay, would you go back to the WBDRS?
Sure.
It's very important that you check who your training provider contacts are, because if you've had anybody leave your school, unless we are told they have left your school, they will still be listed as a registered user. And you don't want them to be a registered user because they can still get into your account.
That is true, yes. Make sure that you look at this list of contacts, and if there's anybody here that no longer works there or you don't want to be a registered user, that you let us know so that we can remove them or make them inactive so they won't be able to log in. If they're still listed as a user, they can still log in from wherever they're at. So that's a good point. Thank you, Barbara. Okay. Oh, let's see. One last, okay. If one of our programs is so new that we don't have students yet. Barbara?
That's right. You can just say, down in the explanation, say new program. Just something that's a logical explanation that we can look at and say, oh, okay, that's a good reason. Otherwise, we will contact you and say, why didn't you have any students?
So they would have needed to upload that on CareerBridge, right? So you would have needed that program to be added to CareerBridge, and then it would pull your program over before you started the report, and then you just wouldn't put the program on your spreadsheet. And then when you got to this certify and submit step, it would do what this program did, and it would say, oh, you don't have any students. Why don't you have any students? And then you just have to click the little pencil and report, just, say no students and write your program is new. So that's how you would do that. Okay. Sure. Okay, does anybody else have any questions? Okay, yep. If there are no more questions, make sure you feel free to give us a call or send an email to data reporting if you do come up with any more questions that you have. We We check that email box multiple times a day, so we should get back to you fairly quickly. If you have something that you need to know immediately, make sure you pick up the phone and give us a call, but we do respond to that email fairly quickly. So send us an email if you have any more questions. And if you don't have any questions, we will shut the webinar down and everyone can go about their day. All right, I am going to go ahead and shut the webinar down. So have a great day, everybody.